Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am NIK NIKAM. This is COVID-19 World News. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM from Houston, Texas. The topic of focus today is a Super Bowl during a COVID-19 pandemic. What are your responsibilities and duties? Before I begin with the recommendations by the CDC as far as the Super Bowl gathering is concerned, let us look at some of the vaccine studies that have already reported and the incidence of COVID-19 infection and its complications. More than 140,000 people have participated in 5 different vaccine trials. That is, more than 75,000 people have actually received vaccines in these phase 3 trials from Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, AstraZeneca, J&J, and Novavax. Majority of them had 95% prevention rate, except for AstraZeneca, which had a 62% in the overall group and then 90% in the group that received a half dose for the first administration and full dose for the second administration. However, they had markedly reduced hospital admissions and infections. J&J has a similar results at 66%. However, they had a large population of patients with HIV positive population from South Africa, and that may not represent the entire population all across the world. But one of the interesting things is it reduced serious hospitalizations by 85%. The main focus by getting vaccine is to reduce severe infections. It is to reduce hospitalizations and in the hope we reduce mortality. Flu vaccine is only 50 to 60% effective, and 160 million people in this country get flu vaccine during the 6-month period every year. So we need to look at it from a much broader perspective when we are talking about vaccines, because time is of the essence. Okay, let's get back to the main feature presentation. Novavax had 90% effectiveness in preventing the infection. However, when it comes to infection, the data that is presented by different studies varies. Some of them say symptomatic patients. Symptomatic patients doesn't necessarily mean they need to be admitted to the hospital or they are in an intensive care unit. So I think the data presentation by different studies makes it kind of muddy as to how to assess the efficacy of the vaccine as such. But I'm going to follow up with one single number that will tell the whole story. And that is, it doesn't matter, how many people tested positive or how many people came down with minor symptoms. It is the deaths. Of the 75,000 people who received the vaccine in 5 different controlled randomized trials, there was 0 death during the study period. So if you take one message from this slide, it doesn't matter which vaccine you get. You are going to get a fairly good protection which will reduce the incidence of infection, but it's not going to be 0. It could be anywhere from 5% to 38%, as you can see on the chart here. But the good news is severe infections are dramatically reduced, and there have been no reported deaths from COVID or COVID-related complications in the 75,000 people who have received the vaccine so far. And here are some other points like 2 doses, time interval between these doses, and various other things. So having said this, let's look at the Super Bowl recommendations by the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. They say gathering virtually, having a virtual party, that is, you stay at home, you and your family prepare the snacks and drinks, turn on a big TV, have a web-based party. It could be WebEx, it could be Microsoft Teams, or it could be Zoom or anything. Then you enjoy, because now you can enjoy it at the comfort of your house. You can enjoy it the comfort of your family at home and friends on the webinar, and you can also watch the Super Bowl at the same time. This is one of the safest method to be with your friends and yet be at your own home and enjoying your own drinks and snacks. I know you don't like this. This is all window dressing. We don't want this. All right, let's move on. The other way to do is like drive-in theaters. You just have a party. Make sure that everybody is sitting 6 feet apart. Each family or table is 6 feet apart. Put a big that balloon screen. That blow up screen, and watch the Super Bowl, and make sure that you wear your mask and maintain social distance. But I have a problem with this one. That is, whether the party is indoor or outdoor, you all may be vaccinated. You're taking all the precautions. You're wearing the mask and you're maintaining the distance and all these things. But all the people who bring those little tables and chairs and tents, people who bring the food and all those trays, maybe perhaps majority of them are not vaccinated. So it is not how well you are protected, it is how well the other people who are coming in contact with this party in any manner whatsoever, how they are protected. Let me tell you, if you are an organizer, you really need to visit this website on CDC and read up on the guidelines as how you do it, because you spend money, you put up all the tent, you order food, you put the big blow up screen, and you invite all your friends, you're having a wonderful party, and a week later everybody is jumping on you because you became a super spreader during the Super Bowl at your place, and you are the one who's going to be blamed. Do you want that one? No. Follow these guidelines because you want to enjoy it, but you don't want to be criticized, chastised for giving a wonderful Super Bowl party to all your friends, and then if they get an infection, then you are going to be responsible. I hope this has been helpful to you. I'm just trying to help you with the CDC guidelines and some common sense approach which we need to take if we are going to have people coming from all different sources, not just your friends I'm talking about, different sources, to enjoy the Super Bowl party. I hope you have a wonderful Super Bowl party. When it's over, leave some comments as how well your Super Bowl party went and how we can do things better in the future. I am NIK NIKAM. You have been watching COVID-19 World News. We have more than 75 videos talking about COVID-19 pandemic education. I also have a book, COVID-19 Pandemic, an International Guide for a Pandemic. It's available on Amazon.com. Take a look at it and have a wonderful Super Bowl. But make sure you ask all your friends to watch this video so they are in tune, they are in line with your Super Bowl guidelines. Go enjoy the Super Bowl.